Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to look at which cards kind of had a recent rise in the last year. And I'm going to use this website TCG Market News, the link is in the description. But essentially, like, this sort of view will let me look at the sort of trends on TCG Player and see which cards kind of like I look at this Latios card and I see it was kind of a gradual uprise, so I'm not really interested in those. I kind of want to know like which cards, like the Bubble Mew over here, had like a very sudden increase in popularity, because that will give me a sense of what sorts of cards or what's like the trend of things that might rise like pretty soon. Also, like this Gengar over here, it had some of a slight rise, but like it just suddenly accelerated during the bull run. Even this Mewtwo GX card. So what I did is that I opened the tabs, like I just clicked on these, and I opened them up in TCG Player, and then I filtered. I did like 3 pages worth of the ones that had this sort of upward rise, and I wanted to look at TCG Player, see which ones actually had like an okay amount of sales, to just give you a sense of like what sorts of cards you could possibly look into, like what category cards. Obviously, some of these cards have already risen, and if you buy in some now, like I'm not fully sure if they'll increase more, but this will give you some ideas of like what is still available. Um, Okay, this is probably still a very outlier card, but this is the Grey Hat Pikachu, also called the Van Gogh Pikachu. This is released for like a Van Gogh exhibit. I forgot the exact country, um, but yeah. So this card was pretty popular when it came out. People were kind of scalping this a lot. It kind of dropped after a while, but during this bull run, it's kind of like really gone back up in value. It's such a unique card. And I would say this is in the category of sort of artistic cards. And I thought I'd make a video about this. I actually started, but then there was a lot of data to parse through. But essentially, there's other cards like this Van Gogh Pokemon. So if you just look up like Van Gogh Pokemon, um, Van Gogh Pokemon, and there's also these Screen Pokemon cards. You'll see like there's Eevee over here. Um, that there are some of those cards available, so those are also cards that might be kind of targets for price increases as well. So that's sort of the category of those sort of cards. Obviously, Pikachu is kind of like probably one of the obvious ones, and probably like Eevee as well. I haven't fully looked at the numbers to sort of support that, but yeah, I see over on these cards like Pikachu and Eevee are obvious. I think this Mimikyu is also pretty popular. All right, next, you'll see here a lot of Pokemon are stamped promo cards, which should be pretty obvious. Like most people know about these, and you'll see like it was pretty much late in the year. Let's say this is like late October when these started to really spike in price. So the opportunity for this is kind of already gone because in the sense of like the price increases already happened. I think that's a lot of them will still increase more, and still there's more opportunity there, but it's not exactly a secret anymore. Um, but honestly, like if you're a type of person who wants to still get into these, I would look at the numbers and maybe I'll do another video on that. But that's also another category of cards that have popped up this year. Um, 151. This is also something most people know. This is actually one of the cards that kind of spurned the bull market even more. I remember when this card first went from like the 100s like 200 all the way like pretty soon. It kind of stagnated for a while, and this is when 151 kind of doubled in price, not quite double in price, but it was starting to like get really really hot, and it sort of stagnated, and then 151 just kept going. But yeah, 151 still. I know the drowsy card in it has like a lot of opportunity. Recently, pretty much 151. If you look at it, it has so many cards in it that have really nice arts. So people would go after like kind of the less obviously desired cards, and they went after like one of the cards like a lot of people. I guess people didn't like Drowsy initially, and so they targeted the Drowsy, and then since 151's so popular, even the Drowsy card kind of rose a lot. Yeah, you just see a lot of like nice artworks. But the thing is about 151 is it's just that there's so many of them, so it makes it easier to just target certain cards. Let's see, where's Drowsy? Oh, was it not in 151? Okay, maybe I got that wrong actually. Um, that was 151. Might have been. I think Drowsy does show up in one of these in one of the pop-ups anyway. So I'll look at it exactly where it's from over there. Um, all right, let's look at the next one. But in general, I think yeah, Drowsy has kind of like it's not necessarily the most popular one ever. Next one, this is another Pokemon Center ETB promo. Enough said, Obsidian Flames is one of the most popular ones. Had that steep rise. Over here, so this is a little different. This is more of a retro card, Double Crisis, T Magnus Groudon. And in this one, like I would say the form is just like really nice artwork. If you can get these at a good price, the price has risen quite a few. This is a sort of card that like doesn't have that many as many sales, but um and you see a lot of like damage and model replay. It's a pretty old card, but yeah, there's definitely like as far as like investing in like these retro cards, or semi, let's just say semi vintage. Like this is like pretty a pretty old card. It's sort of like a lot of the boxes that these came from. They're kind of running like getting very very scarce, and those box prices are going up. And usually the singles don't rise exactly the same way, but certain cards are going to be just very very desired for like very for many many years. And so this is very comparable to like the altars. This is pretty much an altar in my mind, to be honest. It's really nice artwork, has a popular Pokemon, so I'm not surprised that this one has also risen as well. Um, this Gengar Phantom Forces. Gengar is one of the most popular Pokemon ever. You look at the your rise, yeah, it was pretty stagnant for a while. And then it rose to about like another like 50% basically. Obviously, this is another one that's pretty old and a little harder to get in a good condition, but it's definitely something that um, if you're interested in it, it could be a really good play because I'm sure there's many cards like this which have graphs like this, which is pretty stagnant, and they're just kind of waiting for the value to go back up. But you see, like nice artwork, XY error, and they're really popular Pokemon. Um, this one over here, this one's also probably getting. This probably also got more attention because of the journey together. Everyone was hyped about Anne and Reshiram. But yeah, this doesn't have as many sales either. But you see the spike over here, a lot increase in sales and huge price rise. So just legendary Pokemon a lot of times will do really well with really nice artworks. Thing about these like chase cards is like they'll be very undervalued for a very long time until there's like a big spike. And so for a lot of these single cards, I wouldn't necessarily say invest all your money into it and hold for years. But there's definitely a lot of plays you can make as other people try to find opportunities to buy in the market. Like you can just tell like all these cards are like that are from the old times are very very beautiful. And I've heard a lot of like a lot of good things about Cosmic and Tag Team. They're just very popular sets. So that just the notoriety of those two sets also helps as well. Umbreon and Darkrai, obviously Umbreon's a really popular Pokemon. Um, if you think of Umbreon, people always think of the Umbreon. But yeah, this has another big one, a big price increase. This is from Sun and Moon promo. Even these promo cards are deserving of a lot of money. So this is like a little different, and there's not as many sales. I just left it in, but yeah. So this is like um, it's a little less popular, and so this is what I would consider to be like a less safe play in a sense. There's opportunity here, but yeah, the card isn't as nice. It's still from an old set, Plasma Freeze, but still there is some money to be made. Um, this is basically like Crown Zenith made a big spike this year. Like there was already a spike, and then CSGI came out and plummeted a bunch of prices. Now see like Crown Zenith has come back up a lot, but if you look at the trends here, a lot of Crown Zenith cards have gone up, because it's just been kind of accepted. Yeah, Crown Zenith is a really 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 good set. People really really want the cards, so Crown Zenith is also hot. More Crown Zenith. This Mewtwo card it's gone up a lot. This is for Generations. I've seen a few cards from Generations. Generations is very, very old, but they had very, very nice cards. And based on this Rudy video I saw about a pack opening, apparently the pull rates were pretty easy back then. But yeah, getting these cards, it's probably like these cards are just really, really beautiful, and that's kind of the main point. If you have a good eye for art, and obviously these Pokemon are very popular, they're EV evolutions. Like it's just a really, it could be a really good play for some people. I thought I closed this one. All right. Like honestly, I didn't even know some of these cards existed. But like when I look at the arts, I'm like these could be chase cards of like modern era cards, basically. With these artworks, I could tell the artworks a little different than the current ones, but yeah, you can see Pokemon did really good with some of these cards. Like this is a promo for Tag Team, but it's still going for quite a lot. And yeah, Mewtwo, Mew definitely very popular. Legendaries. Oh, this is a Drowsy. So this Drowsy is from Scarlet Violet base. So I got that wrong. Um, yeah, this has gone up a lot, especially with Scarlet Violet base going up in price. Like Paradox and Scarlet Violet base, their booster box going up a lot, and so I'm guessing that we're gonna see a lot of price increases because a lot of the cards, especially in Paradox, I feel like they've been like very undervalued. Because they weren't like necessarily like big hitters most of the time. But yeah, we've already seen a lot of major price increases for those sets. Yeah, this Scarlet Violet base, it replaced Gardevoir as the most expensive card. The artwork is actually pretty nice. It actually is kind of deserving. Like this Gardevoir looks a little plain. Um, this artwork for Drowsy just looks so much more detailed. Um, and then I'm just curious with yeah Groudon. I don't think it was $100 before, so there's definitely room in like Paradox Search for some cards. Um, Any really popular Pokemon? This kind of reminds me of the Drowsies, to be honest. Sort of artwork. I kind of like this Mantike. But yeah, some of the problem with Paradox is that there wasn't like super heavy hitter Pokemon. It's because they're going for like the time lapse sort of thing, and so some of the arts were like they just kind of spread out the arts like draw a lot of cards, but there wasn't like a lot of obvious hitters. Like Roaring Moon was the most popular, the most expensive card for a while, but then Groudon just took the cake. So yeah, this Groudon definitely was very undervalued for a very long time. Let's see, Drowsy, Charizard V. Yeah, I've known about this card for a while. Champion Spot is slightly more modern than like those really old boxes, but still kind of um, it's still kind of old at this point. But yeah, see some of these cards it was for like about like 150. Now it goes for like 230. So definitely opportunity there. Another Cosmic Eclipse card. Yeah, Cosmic Eclipse just has a lot of like really good cards. So I'm not gonna go into too much detail over that, but yeah, if you've never seen these cards before, like you might be amazed at just like wow, like these are really nice cards. Fates Collide Alakazam. Alakazam's also a pretty popular Pokemon. Um, if nothing else, like it just gives you a sense of like which Pokemon will do well, and you gotta just make sure the artwork as well is good. The artwork's a little more plain, but yeah, I guess it didn't really matter if its cards go up. It goes from like 17 to 25. Yeah, this is Generations. Just really nice artworks. Not really surprised this went up. See, undervalued for a very long time, 17, and then it goes to 46. So yeah, like this, it's Alakazam. It's like pretty popular, but not the most popular Pokemon. Versus like Eevee Evolution, one of the most popular Pokemon, and really nice artwork. So this is more of like if you want to go for something that's gonna be a really big hit, it's this sort of card. Scarchomp, and this is more so. There's even some modern cards. So like Astral Radiance, Trainer Gallery. The Cynthia is like it's like more fairly recent. Astral Radiance. Astral Radiance is like a slept on set, but you know like it's pretty nice. It's not the best card in the world. Like the Garch, if Cynthia wasn't there, the Garchomp would look pretty plain. But yeah, I think especially with the news of the Team Rocket set, like this has gotten more attention as well. Cynthia will have a Garchomp in that set. Paldean Fates, most people know about this. Yeah, when I first saw Paldean Fates cards, I was like, why are the cards so cheap? And yeah, I was right. Like, cards are really cheap. It goes from 100 to that. Yeah, most people know about the Paldean Fates opportunity. Um, Another Sun and Moon promo. Like, these are just really nice tag team cards. This goes 25 to 44. Another Pokemon Center promo. Mimikyu, just really expensive. Another Pokemon Center promo. This is actually from a prize pack. I might want to talk about this, but prize packs are they have like this sort of gym symbol, and like there's these gym events, or I don't really know all the details, but These are meant to attend in person, and they give you packs that can have cards in them. A lot of the packs don't go for that much individually. Like they usually sell them in like bulk lots. But yeah, I think the Shaman was like popular in the past. Um, it was like really playable. But yeah, that's has gone up from 12 to 63 in not too long. This is another prize pack card. So I think that the prize pack cards are things that people don't talk about as much. But yeah, there were like some good gains on some of these cards. This goes from like 27 to 75. And then this was, yeah, I mentioned this in one of my past videos. Like, don't underestimate just illustration rares from the modern era. Like, this has to be one of the biggest price rises. But from 21 to 56, like, if I just drop down to 3 months, yeah, it's just gone very insane. Especially with Paldea getting so expensive, this is definitely affected. So, like, that's another factor. Like, if the set itself is getting really expensive, um, the cards in it will get really expensive sometimes. And you can, like, I think I mentioned like some market manipulation, like there are some like spikes. But yeah, at this point, the spikes are just people buying out cards that they think are good. And then this is another more modern card. So Silver Tempest, Rayquaza. So it went from 37, then drops, and then now it kind of doubles since it drop. So yeah, like some of the things that you may have not thought of were like I mean the obvious ones were the Pokemon Serenity Bees, Crown Zenith, Paldean Fates, 151. But the less obvious ones were like some of these more modernish cards that like people have known that look nice for a while, but they're just like slept on. So there's this and there's Satya's Garchomp. There are these prize pack cards from yeah like this and Shaman. And then there's just illustration rares from like especially popular sets or just underestimated artworks. And then like there's like the things that are up and rising. So like the Drowsy from Scarlet Violet base rose up a lot. And then there's like the really retro cards that look really nice legendaries and really nice artworks. All right, that's it for today's video. Thanks guys. Bye.